looks like once you are involved in something, they put you closer and say, comrade, you are graduating today. You are good, comrade, because you know how to steal. Hello there, guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. It seems like that which was said by the former minister, Bathabile Dlamini, seems to be correct, because she once said that all these ANC leaders that you see, they have a smaller skeletons in the closet. And it is showing. I mean, we cannot be surprised. A whole president was at one point accused of laundering money. Now, when we see the Speaker of Parliament, the Speaker of a Parliament that is supposed to enforce the law in the country, is now caught with her hand in the cookie jar, we are really not going to be surprised, but other countries are seeing us as a shame. Now, the story of Mapisa-Nqakula goes like this. She's being charged with corruption and money laundering for charges involving more than 4 million. So apparently, she was bribed for this 4 million from a former South African National Defence Force contract between 2016 and 2019. She was a beneficiary, allegedly a beneficiary of corruption from 2016 to 2019. South African National Defence Force always says that, well, we need more money. We don't have resources. We are not strong enough. Just a few days ago, they killed 2 of our guys there in DRC. Now we have a minister, a whole Speaker of Parliament being involved in over 4 million of bribes. Allegedly, I say that again because these guys can take opportunity to put you in trouble. Anyway, she was supposed to be arrested today, and she had to file urgent papers to say that NPA, please hold on. I want to know what you consider lawfully for me to be arrested. I want to see what is in those papers that you are filing against me. But the NPA says that no way, you are not supposed to see this. She handed herself over at the Pretoria Central Police Station for arrest. But sitting here, we feel like we are being taken for fools because we know that she might not actually get arrested. And where there's smoke, there's a lot of fire, especially in the ANC. The fact that this is coming out, it means it is probably more than what we are being told. 4 million is just not a lot of money. South African National Defence Force. We can even produce anything. Dinelli is a former ghost. It's a ghost of his former self. Now we look at people who are put as a defense minister. No credentials at all. But the only credentials that I think these leaders of this certain movement that they have, the credential is that if you can steal, we can make you anything. Still more, we are going to put you there at the top and maybe let you become a speaker. How shameful is South Africa to witness a party just taking us into a bottle of shame? I mean, many people are looking at us. People used to say that, well, we have a lot of freedom in South Africa, and it is an example to many other countries in terms of the fact that South Africa is a shining country. Rainbow Nation, Nelson Mandela, democracy. But that which we are celebrating has been just put to the ground by a party that was given power. I mean, we must accept that these people are normal people, are human beings. They love money more than anything. But to love money when you are being paid a lot of money, that must be a shame, because a whole speaker gets a lot of millions to stay on that chair. So for her now to come and be involved allegedly in corruption, I mean, I understand that it comes from 2016 to 2019. But for once, these people knew when they put her as a speaker. They knew that the allegations, it doesn't just stem from Sarendi. They knew. That's what happens. It looks like once you are involved in something, they put you closer and say, comrade, you are graduating today. You are good, comrade, because you know how to steal. I mean, how do we allow such a thing to happen in South Africa when we should be protesting against this thing the people are doing because they are not really taking us serious. So the issue of Mapisa-Nqakula is that, she was supposed to be going on a trip to Switzerland, and she had to abandon that trip and then go home and say that I'm taking a leave from Parliament. And according to Parliament, you are not just supposed to say that I'm taking a leave. It is supposed to be brought forward, and the members of Parliament have to engage that and then approve you for that leave. So Mapisa just goes on to say that, I'm taking a leave. I'm taking a leave because I know that these guys are onto me. And then the ANC issues a statement saying that upon finding these allegations against her, we are going to let the justice take its course, and once done, we are going to enforce the step-aside rule. So don't be surprised if the ANC says step aside. We couldn't make that leader step aside, but we are going to make you an example of many. So Mapisa, you step aside, you become history because you just got caught. The qualification is that be corrupt, don't get caught. It doesn't matter how corrupt you are. You know, the way these guys have no shame in corruption, they can steal a mask. You see that oxygen mask when you are in hospital, in ICU, they can steal that mask and let you die in the name of, I want to be rich. How does a politician become rich? Because it seems like in South Africa, the highest paying job is being a politician. In KZN, they kill each other every day, the councillors, because they want those positions. You don't have to go to school to be a politician. Just be part of the movement and learn how to steal. Once you maneuver that stealing and becoming a politician and going around and pleasing people, just know that you graduate from the school of politician, the school of corruption. And what we are seeing now, it's upon us as the people of South Africa to say that enough is enough. We've given you so much time. Thabo Mbeki was speaking the other day about a corrupt leader, but we've given you much time. Even in the times of Thabo Mbeki, there's been a lot of corruption. We know these leaders of ANC that some of them, we paint them as right, but if you dig deeper, you'd be surprised. According to my book, the only man that we can point at and say that this guy is not someone who is the face of corruption in that movement is Nelson Mandela. Beside that leader, may his soul rest in peace, none of these leaders can come forward and say that I'm a good person. None of them. The qualification has always been and will always be corrupt, and then you are going to enjoy this work. Enough is enough for people of South Africa, because if we don't do anything about it, we might as well just join the team also and be corrupt. Because how are we going to sit there and watch people enjoying the money while we have a choice to go on the 29th of May and say that it stops here? It stops here with Mapisa-Nqakula allegations. It stops here with the people of Phala-Phala, Bela-Bela. It stops here with each and every person who's been corrupt. It stops here. And if we don't do that, it stops here, they are going to continue eating. To them, it is just a normal day in life of a South African. For them to keep eating and go on the platform and say that South Africans are looking for jobs, the government is going to try and create jobs, but the private sector must play its role. While they know that the same government is eating the money that is supposed to be creating jobs. They've just killed the dreams of young black people who were having those dreams of starting companies, because as soon as they introduced the issue of tenders, it was over for any other company. People just wake up, go to the shop, apply on CIPC for a certificate, business certificate, go on issue get a bank account for that business, go on and apply for tenders, get a relationship with one of the politicians, get a lot of tenders without experience, and then life continues as normal. buy German cars, enjoy the life that many politicians are enjoying. But in a nutshell, you are just a useless, an empty tin that knows nothing about running a business. All that you know is being a politician. Politicians have been taking us for a ride for so many years, and it is about time the people of South Africa decide to vote for a new party, because that which we have is a shadow, is a ghost. Since Nelson Mandela became a president, after he left, there hasn't been someone we can point at and say, this leader, it is the one that was sent by God. All of them have been sent to come and destroy this movement we call South Africa. Anyway, guys, it is upon us to go and vote on the 29th of May. And as this movement is committing fouls and penalties, it is upon us to write them down. And when that day comes, we remind them that we are voting against you because of this and this and this. For now, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel. And until next time, cheers.